Om Shanti. So, welcome to the second session of introductory course of RajYoga meditation. Today, our topic is Know Your Thinking. Yesterday, we were talking, we discussed about our real self. What's the connection between soul and body, and how soul does different work with the help of mind, intellect, and sanskaras. Today, we will explore more about mind and intellect. Mind is something to think. Now, here comes one important thing which we should know before we start things is there is a difference between mind, intellect, and brain. Like there is a difference between engine, speed, and driver. In the same way, there is a difference between mind, intellect, and brain. Brain is a part of human body. When a person dies, brain is actually there in human body, and person is carrying means the body is still carrying that brain. But many a times we heard about that people remember their previous birth. Or sometimes we see some children and we say, this child must be a singer in previous birth. This child must be a player in previous birth. And that is how we say that previous birth. How a person can remember his or her previous birth if the brain is there in previous body. Basically, we need to understand, to think, to decide, and to memorize. These are some powers which are there in soul, not in body. This is very important. We need to understand that soul is something which thinks, which decides, and which keep a track of your karma. Now, brain is a machine, part of this body to facilitate all this work. Usually, we give brain tonics to increase memory power. We give brain tonics to become intelligent. Intelligent is coming from intellect. So, brain tonic is like servicing to the engine. But servicing to engine is if driver is not good, if driver is not available, if driver is not in a good mood, then engine alone cannot do anything. In the same way, if soul is not properly maintained, if soul is not peaceful, soul is not at its own energy, then what happens? My brain is also not working properly. There may be different reasons also. So, if you want to sharpen your memory, if you want to become intelligent, if you want to think in a different way, of course, a brain tonic can help you. But rather than that, it is very important to meditate. Meditation will help you more than a brain tonic this time because meditation is a tonic to the soul. When soul becomes powerful, automatically my intellect become powerful. My memory powers become powerful because these are roles of a soul only. So let us start with my thinking means mind. Now, there before we start, there is another type of difference also. There is a difference between thought, feelings, decision, and maybe like sometimes we say like memory. All these things are not thoughts. All these things are not thoughts. Thought is that power of soul where you generate one energy bit which has a proper subject. That is called thought. One subject oriented energy bit. Feelings, a type of a stream of thoughts, a group of thoughts going in one direction, not very sure that they are right or wrong, but it is generation of thought is actually a voluntary process, but sometimes it becomes involuntary also. And then that time we generate feelings, that almost an involuntary type of flow of thoughts, that is called feeling. Then comes ideas. Ideas are when soul is very sure that I am thinking about this. One subject, many thoughts, one direction. Soul is very sure is idea. One subject, many thoughts, one direction. But soul is not that sure. Feeling. And then comes memory. Memory is when one type of thought taken as a decision used in the karma, and every karma impart a memory piece on the soul. Soul memorize that thought, that karma as a memory piece inside. There may be different type of memory things. So this is how all these things are going on inside. It's a whole big technology going on inside, which we are most of us are unaware of. Let us start with thoughts. How thoughts are generated. Basically, as far as I understand, there are three ways of generation of thoughts. First, I think there is a chart for this and we will share it. You can take a screenshot with that. The first is atmosphere based thoughts. Atmosphere based thoughts means whatever I am seeing around, whatever I am feeling, eating, whatever I'm listening. So, all these thoughts are atmosphere based thoughts. So, out of um, out of 100%, most of our thoughts, more than 80%, maybe more than 80%, it varies person to person also. But most of our thoughts are atmosphere based generated thoughts only. Because we look and we think, we listen, we think, we taste, we think, we touch, we think. Then comes the second type of thoughts, past memory based thoughts. These memory based thoughts are all those things which happen in my past, which I am able to remember. Now, if I am speaking to you and I am talking about atmosphere based thoughts, you see and you think, you touch and you think, you listen and you think. Now, what happened? Maybe if I am talking about like a car and engine, and all of a sudden, what happened? You are listening now. This is atmosphere based thoughts you are generating now. But while I'm speaking, in that process, I used the word car, and automatically your folder from that car word from atmosphere, it went to memory. You have a big, strong memory about the word called car. And automatically you get switch off from the atmosphere and you start thinking about car. And that is what so happen that I am that is called memory based thought. Sometimes I am in a present in an atmosphere. I am not available for that atmosphere because I am all engrossed in my memories. So we generate thoughts, memory based thoughts also. Then, third type of thoughts are wishful thinking. I wish to think and I think over that. I generate thoughts related with that. And a very classic example, if I say, um, very classic example, all of us, almost all of us, I think, we have written an essay on cow in our very early school days. Write an essay on cow. Okay, write an essay on best friend. Say, for example, Manish is my best friend. So it is not that I am thinking about Manish that very day. No, actually, I keep thinking about Manish many times. But when it is written, when it is given homework that write an essay on your best friend, then I started thinking differently. I started, Manish is my best friend. He helps me in completing my homework. He share his tiffin box with me. He helped me. He plays with me, and we go home together. And Manish is a good boy. So all those things were happening in my life, but I never thought about that. Actually, meditation comes under this third category. I wish to think, that is why I am thinking. I am thinking positive, elevated, wishfully, willingly, I am thinking. So you need to go into this part. This memory driven thoughts and atmosphere driven thoughts are very common, and actually, we are driven by our memories. We are driven by atmosphere. Contrary to this, actually, wishful thinking is knowingly I stop the effect of atmosphere on me, knowingly I stop the effect of memory on me, and then I start creating a new series of thought which help me to become calm, quiet, or towards my project or responsibility or anything. So that is called wishful thinking. This is how thoughts are generated. So thank you for this slide. Next is how many thoughts we think in a day. Uh, Day is a very big word. I'm sorry. It's like how many thoughts we think in a minute. Based on some research, I'm not talking very scientific. The statistics is vague, taken from different researches, and based on that, I am saying. Basically, you know, I will help you to understand what is called peace and what is called concentration, what is called peacelessness, what is called madness, what is called anxiety, what is called confusion. So, all these words are different milestones of same graph. There is something called normality. Usually, a normal person in a normal state of mind, we think nearly 30 thoughts, we generate nearly 30 thoughts in a minute. That means each thought getting 2 seconds. Then comes if I am thinking more than 30 thoughts. Say, for example, if I am thinking 33 thoughts, I'm a little confused. My thoughts are going little beyond that normal level. If I am thinking like 34, 35 thoughts, I am anxious. I am in an anxiety mode. If I am crossing 36, 37 thoughts, I am angry. I'm thinking more. I'm thinking very much actually. Let me tell you one thing. If you cross nearly more than 40 thoughts per minute, that is a time where a person, where a soul isn't able to handle the number of thoughts. So that time, soul doesn't know what he is thinking and what he is doing. And that is the case when your thoughts increase very much, very much, very much. that is the case, sometimes people commit suicide. Sometimes people um means like commit some crime where they are not actually thinking about. They are so provoked. Number of thoughts are so high that they are almost trapped in their own thinking, and they do it. They only do it. They do not understand what is they are normal intelligent people, but they do not understand what will be the consequences, what will happen, because number of thoughts have increased very high. This is called less of concentration. Why less of concentration? Say, for example, if you have 40 thoughts per minute, that means you are giving 1.5 seconds to each thought. If you have 30 thoughts per minute, you are giving 2 seconds to each thought. Better concentration. Now, coming number of thoughts lower than 30, you know, when you are like 27 thoughts, 27, 26 thoughts per minute, you feel like cool. You feel like you're cool, you are at ease. When you go below 24 thoughts, you start feeling happiness. You start feeling a feeling of very comfort, feeling very good feeling. Now, this is all coming under peace. When you are below 22 thoughts, you are feeling very peaceful inside. Say, for example, if you have 20 thoughts per minute, means one thought getting 3 seconds. This is what called concentration. This is called concentration. So, one thought, 3 seconds, more concentration. One thought, 2 seconds, less concentration. When you are at 20 thoughts per minute, you will feel very, very, very peaceful. Then comes, some people ask me, Sister, what is below that? If you chant a mantra, if you do some good meditation, you will start going below 20 thoughts and your mind become very stable, slowly, slowly. You know, if you are able to go like nearly 15 thoughts, you are a very stable person, very stable person. You are very assertive, you think very nicely, your stability is your identity now. Now, some people ask one question, and I know this question will be dropped very soon in the chat box. That is why I'm telling. Zero thoughts are possible or not. So, what about sister? Zero thoughts. Zero thought, not possible. One thought is possible. Zero thought is not possible. Zero thought is something like sunlight without a temperature. Zero thought is something like gravity without magnetism. Mind is there to think. Soul composed of mind, so it will think. One thought is possible. At least I'm not thinking anything. This is also one thought. I'm not thinking anything is a thought. So, this one thought is possible, but it is the highest level of peace if you are able to reach. One thought, and which is called Nirsankalpa Avastha. There you sit in only one thought, that there is no thought. So, meditation is journey between 20 thoughts to one thought. The more you are able to practice, the more you go down in the number of thoughts per minute, more peaceful you feel inside, more balance you generate in your life, and more change in your personality. So, this is how number of thoughts affect us. Then coming types of thought, we come to know that generation of thoughts, then number of thoughts, how they are going to affect us. Then comes the third are types of thought. Types of thoughts are These are, so there are some four types of thoughts. We will show you what are these four types of thought. First type of thought is called necessary thoughts. Necessary thoughts are like thoughts of normal responsibilities, thoughts like very common thoughts. Necessary thoughts are those thoughts which doesn't add any energy to the soul, neither it is going to actually pull back any energy from the soul. These are very common thoughts, thoughts of information, thoughts of experience. I will give you good example of it, like I'm hungry, I want to eat, I'm feeling sleepy, I need to go for a bath, I have to pay my current bill. I need to pay for, need to recharge my phone. These are common thoughts, necessary thoughts, regular thoughts, neutral thoughts. All these names come for this type of thoughts. These thoughts are almost neutral at energy levels. But these thoughts are not many. These thoughts usually claim only 1 to 2% of our 100% of thoughts. Yes, out of 100%, we necessary thinking is only 2% maximum. So, what are the other thoughts we are using in our daily life? The second type of beautiful thought is wasteful thoughts. Wasteful thoughts are, you know, all those thoughts which have no resultant. You can take it like a definition of wasteful thought, thoughts with no resultant. Sorry, thoughts with no resultants are wasteful thoughts. Too much thinking about past, too much too much concern about future, fear in present, thinking about others. You can say thoughts which cannot reach to conclusion ever. They are wasteful thoughts. Then come, for example, if I keep thinking like uh, some like how many days government should keep this lockdown or not, is that there in your hand? No. So don't think whatever will come we need to follow, and we are doing it. Then comes third type of thought. Waste thoughts are actually weak thoughts, very weak thoughts. But the problem is waste thoughts, number of waste thoughts are very high. You will surprised to know almost 95% of our thoughts are waste thoughts. These thoughts are very weak. They claim very little energy from soul. But the problem is, as the number is very big, finally they claim a lot of energy from the soul. Say, for example, gossip. 1 hour of gossip. After that, we feel tired because it's 1 hour. Then come negative thoughts. Negative thoughts are those thoughts which are bad. These are powerful thoughts, thought out of vices, the unauspicious thoughts, evil thoughts, unrighteous thoughts. These are negative thoughts. Say, for example, thoughts out of anger, ego, jealousy, lust, greed, attachment. These thoughts are negative thoughts. They are powerful. They claim a lot of energy from the soul. Tell me, after being angry, after a full angry fight, during not during the fight, after the fight, I think you feel tired after that. We feel tired. Why? Because that negative continuously, it draws a lot of energy from the soul. There is fourth type of thought, positive thoughts. This is the only thought which can actually help the soul to reclaim some energy inside. And these thoughts are righteous thoughts, or auspicious thought, thoughts of happiness, thoughts of goodness. These are those thoughts, positive thoughts. Meditation falls under positive thoughts. But thank you for this slide. And this thought, positive thoughts are basically positive thoughts are divided in two categories. One is regular positive thoughts, but it is a very big deal. People usually think that meditation and positive thinking are same thing. I am very sorry to say it is not. Meditation is different, positive thinking is different. All the positive thoughts cannot be used for meditation. Why? Let me tell you. Like traffic should reduce. So this is a positive thought. The Indian economy should get balance or it should grow. So this is a positive thought. Can I meditate with this thought? I can't. So there are two types of positive thoughts. One is regular positive, all these things fall under that. And one is elevated spiritual positive thoughts. For meditation, I need this type of thoughts. Positive, yet in positive, it should be spiritual, something doing with spirit, and then it should be elevated, good, elevated, and then I can meditate with that. So, this is all about thought. All the thoughts coming in my mind, every person think in all these four ways. Percentage is different from person to person. You cannot say anyone who is free from negative thoughts, anyone who is absolutely thinking negative, no positive thoughts, not possible. Everyone have some positive thought, everyone have some negative thoughts, but there is different type of percentage. Now, here, when thoughts are coming to intellect, what meditation and spirituality does? You know, intellect decides out of these thoughts, and then intellect, whatever thought intellect allow, it comes immediately in my action, karma. Every karma is memorized by your sanskara as a memory piece. And all these sanskar, I said you yesterday there are two types of sanskar. So one is your core qualities, that peace, love, happiness, knowledge, ma, peace, love, happiness, knowledge, purity, bliss, and power. And there are some other sanskaras which are learned sanskaras, which we learned in this birth, like language, like nationality, like way of behavior. Like if I need to greet somebody in Bharat, I will greet like this. If somebody in Japan, they will greet in a different way. If somebody in America, they will greet in a further different way. So all these are learned sanskaras. So whatever karma I do, it goes in sanskaras and get memorized for next reference. Next time, whenever your mind thinks something, your intellect start deciding. Now, what happens if I have recorded, if only once, I decided wrong, I did wrong, and my sanskaras picked that wrong and memorized inside only once. And then next time I am going to do something, there will be a wrong reference from my sanskaras. And slowly, if that time I am not avoiding that wrong, then it so happen that I am picked by that wrong in me. And slowly I am doing wrong again and again and again. And that is called faulty intellect, where if you are doing again and again and again wrong, it so happen there is a hole in your filter. There is a filtration side by side, but there in the middle there is a hole. Everything is crossed through that hole. So you are not able to decide. That is called you're not able to decide properly. That is faulty intellect. Divine intellect is where the pores are always clean, references are always checked. Which reference I should use, which reference I should not use. That also I need to decide. That reference also I need to decide by my intellect only. So intellect role of intellect is very important, and how this intellect becomes sharp. What happens, the type of information you give to your intellect is the type of references it will create. What happened throughout the time, if I keep nourishing my internal being with faulty information, he also did that, she also did that, that person also did that. Slowly, 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 we get trapped in our own thinking, in our own faulty intellect. Look, human being is very smart in copying from the beginning. If you remember, or if you have seen any children, you might have seen children when they start walking, when they start just from the crawling to the moment they stand up, they start giving some steps. The most favorite thing in their life is their mom or dad's slippers. Although those slippers are not good for them, that is not fitting, they fall down because of big slippers. But they think they think because of these slippers my dad walks very properly, so I should use those slippers. Although children, their slippers are very beautiful, but they will not use that slippers. Usually they try to get in your slippers, copying. And this is how we convince ourselves all the time. He is doing. That is why I am also doing. Or he's not doing. That is why I am also not doing. I copy. And there my intellect gets shut. If I inform my intellect with the proper information, what we do at Brahma Kumaris, early in the morning, what we do before we start our day, before we come actually into the work, before the hustle vessel of world starts in our brain, we used to nurture our soul with some divine versions. And those versions absorb inside the soul, makes my intellect powerful. Throughout the day, this power works. This power helped me to decide properly. This power helped me to keep my references aligned. This power helped me to choose the type of thoughts I want to choose. So, information system is very important. If you will not willingly, by a discipline, by a choice, if you will not inform yourself rightly by a choice, otherwise, in the world, there are many available choices. If you will not give a choice to your intellect, what will happen throughout the day? Your intellect is intelligent enough to pick choices from the world. And you know that what type of choices we will pick from the environment. It is better to knowingly, consciously give some good suggestions to ourselves before my intellect start going on without a control. So this is all about mind, intellect, and sanskaras. Oh, today I today it's lot of time, so we will do a quick meditation. We will just try to observe our thoughts. Now for tomorrow, acha, 1 minute. Homework. Yesterday homework you did, I think. You can raise your hand if you find. I Yesterday, we asked you to meditate 4 times, revise your meditation 4 times. I hope you did. Today, I'm giving you a homework that you need to be attentive to your thought. How many negative thoughts are coming? How many waste thoughts are coming? And how many positive thoughts are coming in your mind? You can make an alarm like 1 hour each alarm, and after 1 hour try to just check yourself. Okay, how much time I wasted this hour, how much time I thought useful in this hour. So I think if you were able to do this till tomorrow, you'll feel good after this. I'm sorry to say, but I will extend 5 more minutes for this meditation. So let us meditate for this time. Okay. So sit properly and focus yourself. We will share a picture of point of light to you. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel your legs, relax your legs. Feel your stomach, relax it. Gently feel your whole body and relax it. Feel your breathing. Relaxed breathing. Now visualize you are a tiny point of light in the middle of forehead. This is what you are thinking now. You are creating some thoughts willingly. Now think for a moment. I am a beautiful point of light. I am in the middle of forehead. I am silent. I am peaceful. I am shining white, white rays of peace radiating from me. I am the source of peace for my house. I am radiating peace to the environment. This environment is peaceful. I am peaceful. Now gently start thinking from the middle of forehead. I, the soul, point of light. I allow my rays to reach my brain, and these rays of peace are making my brain relaxed, peaceful. In the same way, I allow my rays to travel to my face muscles. Visualize you are peaceful and your face is now very relaxed. Now, gently visualize you allow your rays of peace from the forehead to reach your all the vital organs. your lungs, your stomach, heart, kidneys, all the organs. And your internal system is becoming relaxed. It is reclaiming its immunity. I am peaceful. I am helping my body to become energetic and peaceful. Now again visualize I, the soul, source of peace. I allow my white rays of peace to reach my whole body, muscles, my hands, legs, trunk, all of the muscles. I am helping my muscles to reduce fatigue. I'm relaxed. My body is feeling relaxed. Just try to loosen your body. Visualize that you are getting white rays from the forehead and whole body is getting relaxed. I am peaceful soul. I am a peaceful soul. Come back. Now, when you think that you are a soul generating rays of peace, you become master of this body and you knowingly help your body to get relaxed. I wish before sleep, if you are able to do this practice, it will help you to sleep better. So, this is all with today's chapter. And tomorrow we will take another important chapter, how to recharge myself. Till now, I come to know that I am peaceful, but sometimes it's so happening I am peaceless. So, when I am peaceless, from where I should get that charging, from where I should refill myself with peace. So, that thing, where to connect, how to do. So, all those things tomorrow we will be discussing. Thank you so much. And I will invite my team to make announcements for today.